Welcome to the 21st tutorial on HTML and CSS. In this video I'm going to be telling you about absolute positioning. With absolute positioning, it does what it says on the tin really. It is absolute. It will ignore everything else, all the other positionings that it's told. It will just ignore it and it will take the absolute value as where it's supposed to be. So what we're going to do, we're going to set this as absolute, then we're going to set a top of 0 pixels. We'll save this, come into our browser. Now I'm going to explain what's going to happen. So if we refresh, so at the moment we've got sports, gossip and politics, but if we refresh this, you can see politics has moved over here and gossip's moved over to there. Why is this? Well, now the sports is an absolute positioning and it's ignoring everything else, so it's not interacting anymore with the politics and the gossip. And so what's happening, it's in the 0 position here, but you can fit both of them underneath. Because it's in an absolute position, it's ignoring any interaction with the politics and it's ignoring any margins or anything like that. It is the absolute position and it will stay there no matter what. So politics has moved up and then gossip has moved across. And remember how I told you last episode about the relative positioning and how it's relative to its original position? Well, if there's an absolute position involved, that changes. That becomes the point to which elements will change. So say for the gossip, I'm back in here, gossip's underneath sports, as you can see. If we go position relative, we say top of 30 pixels, what's going to happen now is that position is not going to be relative to the original position of gossip. It's going to be relative to the absolute position that's been called before that. So if we go down 30 pixels below the absolute position, and if we try another one, say 60 pixels, let's move down 60 pixels from the absolute position. So that's what absolute position does. It ignores everything else that's going on, all the other positionings, and it takes its absolute value. And then if you call relative after the absolute position has been called somewhere else, it will look for that absolute position and it will use that as the point of reference. So that's how absolute positioning works and how you can use relative alongside absolute positioning. It's just a brief overview of how this works, but hopefully you get the basic concepts. So stick with me for another tutorial and I'll be showing you something else cool that you can do with CSS, but that's it for today. Thank you.